YouTube is, I don't know, man. We're at a weird point in YouTube.
I think it's dead.
I think it is too.
I think it's dead.
Not dead, but it's
on its way.
It could never be dead.
As I was going down my timeline, I was getting a bunch of honestly interesting stuff. In like 5 minutes, I get a clip of some weird parasite snake at the bottom of the ocean. It's not a snake, but it's like, some shit with like a bunch of teeth. 2 clips later, it's this like dude who makes mal hardware demos. So he like is showing this RFID scanner that you can order for a couple $100, and he's demonstrating how he could swipe an access code or even a hotel room code and get into a door and all this crazy stuff. That used to be the lure of YouTube, where you could go, oh, I can go on here and I can look at some crazy thing or watch some crazy document. Yeah. Now people do that on TikTok, and everything is so truncated that with fighting, we get a ton of comments where people go, I don't give a shit about fighting, but I like hearing you guys just kind of boil it down for me. And so I think it's just this change in people where we're kind of content not seeing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it makes YouTube weird, because I think a lot of YouTube is sort of predicated on that, like, people want to see the whole thing. And now I think that's why Mr. Beast is at where he's at, because he has to do the most extreme things to get people to go, all right, I'll give you 15 minutes.
Yeah. You know what I want to stop seeing on my For You page? Fucking pimple popping videos. Stop putting that shit on my feed. I've never once watched the whole thing. I've never even watched the pop. It grosses me out so fucking much, dude.
Yeah, so gross.
No way. You actually like those videos?
No.
Oh my God. I honestly wonder, because they all have 1 million likes. Who the fuck watches these? You sick fucks. This is like sick. How do you not get that? It's just, it's an infection on a human skin. You're sick. You are sick. Get help. There's this one where the guy pops a pimple in like the first half a second, so you cannot like skip it, right? So I'm like scrolling down my feed, and it's like cooking videos. Cooking videos is all my feed is now. It's pimple popping and cooking videos, which is not a great combination of things, by the way. Scrolling, and like the self-censorship people have to do on TikTok to make your video not get like repressed or taken off. People just every single word you could ever imagine, Yeah. And so, somebody makes a sex joke and they have to spell it segs.
Yeah.
SEGGS. And I'm like, that's so stupid. And then I scroll down and I see pus just spring against a mirror. And I'm like, how is this not more like fucked up than just reading the word sex?
Yeah, I think it's what's wrong with this country.
That is what's wrong.
Is everyone's interest in
distill it down to anything?
It's the pus.
It's segs and then pus.
Yeah. I think that's what the TikTok algorithm is really good at trying to figure out. I think the algorithm is really geared to try to drag you into the smut. You'll be scrolling, and then they just throw a little something in your ear, like my shit is all weird, 23rd century memes that don't make sense. I'll just be scrolling, there'll be like a cheeseburger with like I'm sexy back and like 4-bit. It'd be like other random stuff, and then it'll just like be something so randomly horny, and I always feel like it's just trying to be like, you want to mix it up?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Netflix You Still There, but with like a Pornhub injection.
Yeah.
Like imagine at the end of every other Netflix show, if it just propagated a softcore.
Yeah.
It's like, what time is it? You feeling something a little different?
Yeah. They know how to massage the right areas of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, now you're hungry.
Yeah.
Damn, these cooking videos. I'm so hungry. And then it's like, oh, now you're horny.
Yep.
How about that? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And then, oh, now you're fucking disgusted. Here's pus spraying against a mirror.
And then a dog.
And then, like, oh, wait, a cute dog. Oh, wait. Oh, now you're in love with the dog.
Yeah.
I love dogs. Now you want to eat the dog. You hungry?
Yeah.
You hungry? Now you want to eat it, probably.
No, I don't want to eat it.
Here's a video of a dog getting kicked off a bridge. Oh, no. Now you're scared. No, poor dog.
Rinse, repeat. Back to the food.
Yeah. Now you want to fuck the dog.
Oh,
you're
God.
Again.
I'm sure it's on there, man. I'm sure there's animal abuse and all kinds of shit on there.
There's just, it's just, maybe it's the algorithm like saying get off,
No.
You've been watching cooking videos for 30 minutes and then it's like, here's a pimple.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, gross. And it's like, yeah, exactly. What are you doing?
Nah, I think
your job?
No, I think it's like supposed to zap you and then you get back into the cycle. You're like, oh, I need 100 more TikToks to wash that out of my face.
Yeah.
Or my brain. Ben actually sent me this really pretty well designed article. It was very like web, like not OpenGL, but it was sick. Like you would scroll and it would have like, TikTok scroll by with like little sound bites, and they basically created a bunch of bots, and all the bots their accounts were aged 13 to 15, and they had a set experiment where the bots would engage certain behaviors. So like one of them, on the first day, it liked one TikTok and it observed one TikTok that was about weed. And then on day 2, it liked, or no, I don't even think it liked it. I think it just observed it. On day 2, it observed another TikTok about a marijuana cake. And then they laid out this grid of like the first frame of all the TikToks it had seen. And then it highlighted all the ones that ended up being like really dark, like how to take psychedelics, what psychedelics to take, what psychedelics do to you, how to grow them. It's just, just the rabbit hole going deeper and deeper. And it ended up being like 67% of like 1,000 TikToks or something. So it was just like off those 2, it just progressively at a very accelerated rate just started ramming drug content.
Wow, that's
down
crazy.
Like the bots like feed.
It's not surprising, but I feel like TikTok does it more aggressively than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like we're so focused on Facebook and I don't know, like YouTube doing that stuff. Like that's what the social network was about, right?
Yeah.
Is those two primarily.
Yeah.
And just like the recommendation engine. But TikTok's is on steroids.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy.
It did it with sex as well. And
Segs, you mean?
Segs, yeah.
Segs, yeah.
That didn't even matter because then it just kind of spiraled into BDSM and like, really sort of advanced sexual like interests, like stuff that you may discover over time. But I think the main crux of the article was like, dude, these accounts are registered as 13 to 15 years old.
Yeah.
How is there no regulation?
Oh, wait, the accounts were 13 to 15.
Yeah.
And still they were promoting drug use.
Yeah, sex, all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then something that they kind of sidebarred was like, some of these TikToks were like, yo, I grow mushrooms, and if you want to buy mushrooms but you can't get them, like click the link in my bio. And then this person is like offering ways to get it. And if you couple that with kids like knowing how to use crypto and stuff, it's not to say that kids don't try drugs, but fuck all, man. Like, I don't think it was that easy, back in the day, maybe depending on who you are. But then similarly, OnlyFans creators are like obviously there like promoting what they do. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But the idea that a 13-year-old could just be fed basically two out of every 3 TikToks is like something really sort of beyond what they really understand. It's fucking nuts.
Huh.
But then it has positives, like I look at this comedian like Nimesh Patel. He has like a TikTok where someone asked him like, oh, how's TikTok changed your life? And he was like, I a couple months ago, I didn't have any dates booked, and now I have like a full tour booked, and it's done great things for me. So there is like definitely positivity to using it, but at what cost? I don't know. I think it's murdering everything else.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about YouTube? Are you inspired these days?
Making a lot more shit than I used to.
Yeah.
Just because I just wanted to see what happened, know? Like just by posting regularly, like 2-3 times a week. I mean, it hasn't really affected anything. Like I'm making more money now, but like my subscribers haven't gone up. My views have kind of stayed the same. So I kind of was thinking like that's the way to compete with TikTok and with everything. It's just like post as much as you can. Or the other way is like treat it like JonTron does, where it's like you spend a lot on one video so that it's guaranteed people will, be excited to watch it. But
yeah, I mean, I experimented the same thing this past month with uploading a lot, and it just murdered me. So now I have no idea what to do.
No, but I think it goes through like these.
That as well. It's like it's such a toss up. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you could keep that up, and then your next month could be insane. I also feel that there's this interesting thing with TikTok where you see them all, like all the kids that blew up on it. There is a ceiling. That's why Charlie's like, and the D'Amelios are trying to go to traditional TV and music and other stuff. It's this weird shit where they get big and then they want to transfer over to YouTube, but then they know everyone's on TikTok, and it just becomes like I think there's just going to be a power vacuum where someone's going to create something where everyone goes, yes, this is what we want. And I think YouTube, TikTok, I think all of it will just get like flattened in the process. It just feels like that is coming. Like, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's global warming.